How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to Rangers Rundown. It's 2 points. It's 2 points. An exciting third period. Not gonna lie, as a fan, that was an exciting third period. The periods leading up to the end of that third period were not so exciting. But it's 2 points. It's a much needed win for the Rangers. And now they get a day off. They go back home. They play Vegas on Friday. If they win against Vegas on Friday, then they will have gone 7-3 in these next chunk of 10 games, which is respectable. So yes, they just lost 3 games in 4 nights, but if they win against Vegas on Friday, they were 7-3 in their last 10 games, which is not bad at all. So a much needed win tonight. Impressive end of the third period for the power play unit. So let's talk about it. Lundqvist is still ill, so Hayek is in again. Kincaid in net, so Georgiev gets the night off. Shesterkin's still not in the lineup. And Hedl was a healthy scratch tonight. We're never going to know exactly what Gallant was thinking with this move, but McKegg is in and Hedl is out. He's not in COVID. He's not injured. Healthy scratch. That has me scratching my head, but the Rangers won. We'll see. If McKegg had scored the game-winning goal, then we can talk about something. But, you know, that's a conversation we can have if we really want to. I'm sure Hedl will be back in the lineup on Friday. Maybe it's just, you know, hey, message received, I got it, and we move on. Maybe that's all it is. Kreider, Zibanejad, Kakko, Panarin, Strome, Hunt, Lafreniere, Gaudreau, Gauthier. So Gaudreau replaces Hedl on that third line. Rooney, McKegg, Reeves, Lindgren, Fox, Miller, Truman, Nemeth, Hayek, and then Kincaid in net. This might be the most different the lineup has been all season. It's been a very consistent lineup, at least the past, I'll say, 20 games. This might be the most different the lineup has been this season. We get into the first period. Not much really happened until the end of the period. 5 minutes in, neither team really setting up shots 2-2. Just after that, Arizona pushes, and a shot squeaks through, but Hayek does save the goal twice. The puck is sliding towards the goal line. He saves it, but it bounces off Kincaid's foot and goes back towards the goal. Hayek has to save it again. It does end up squeaking just over the line, but it doesn't get completely over. So Hayek with 2 quick saves on that one. 8.5 minutes in, Kreider has the best scoring chance of the period so far for the Rangers, which was just a wrist shot from the circle. No traffic in front. Wedgwood caught it easily. Wedgwood makes another good save on Kakko wrist shot shortly after that. The Rangers had a good towards the middle of that period. Since that Kreider wrist shot, the Rangers had about 2 minutes of decent push. Their forecheck looked better than it was. But then the ice evens back up after the middle of that period. Rangers really struggling at 5-on-5. Their forecheck not really working tonight, not really clicking. The second period, forecheck clicked a lot better, but then start of the third period, it's like the game had restarted and they were back where they were in the first period. No extended pressure for either team, but you could tell that the ice was slightly tilted in Arizona's favor in that first period. 5:10, a breakaway was stopped by Kincaid, but Lindgren ends up taking a slashing penalty. So the Rangers go on the penalty kill. 31 for the last 33 for the Rangers penalty kill. So very good going into tonight. Arizona would, 16:06, Boyd would take a hooking penalty. It looked like Gostisbehere was the one that took the penalty, but Boyd ends up going to the box. So there's 1 minute and 4 seconds of 4-on-4. And then at 17:46, Eriksson would score a short-handed goal, which really stung. Trickled right through Kincaid. It's as if the trickle that Hayek ended up stopping was foreshadowing for what would happen later in the period. But Arizona goes up 1-0 on a shorthanded goal, their first shorthanded goal of the season. Arizona keeps pushing with less than 2 minutes, and we get to the end of the first. Shots 13-9 in favor of Arizona. It's the second night of a back-to-back. but still, no extended pressure for the Rangers in that entire period, and only generated 9 shots. We get into the second period, 3 minutes in, it's all Arizona. Arizona picks up right where they left off in the first period, the ice slightly tilted in their favor. Rangers get small glimmers of hope. They get into the offensive zone, they get 1 shot, and then it's cleared right out of the zone. They couldn't seem to really set anything up. They get into the zone, Arizona either puts pressure on them and they make a bad pass, or they make a not confident play, and it just ends up right back into the neutral zone. It was getting a little frustrating. 4 minutes in, Panarin goes to the locker room, and he wouldn't return for the rest of the game. Miller stops Roussel on a partial break, and Trouba makes a good defensive play to keep it in the zone and tries a wraparound that would not be successful. Several times this period, the Rangers had an opportunity to set up and cycle the puck, and just a bad pass or Arizona pressure, and it just ends up back in the neutral zone. It was getting really annoying. Trouba hits Roussel, and Roussel doesn't like that, so they start talking to each other. And then at 10:40, Kakko scores his first goal of the evening. He has gone 11 games without a goal, and he finally scores 2 tonight. So hopefully this is the start of some offensive, whatever you want to call it, prowess for Kakko in the coming games. It was off a delayed penalty. Zibanejad took the shot, and Kakko gets the rebound, puts it in. Trouba is set up in front. Wedgwood makes a good save. Arizona pushes back with a strong shift, but Kincaid did play a good game tonight. He was standing strong, made some very key saves for the Rangers tonight. 4 minutes left in the period. Lafreniere has a strong chance in front from a Kakko feed. Rangers still pushing, much more play in the offensive zone at this point in the period. Way better passes. They're battling a lot harder on the boards to keep the pucks in the zone. Then at 19:59, less than a second left in the period, Trouba takes a high-sticking penalty. He cross-checked an Arizona player right in the head. You can't do that, so it's a penalty. Shots 15-8 in favor of the Rangers in that second period. They really did a good job battling back with the energy, getting the chances, getting the shots, and they ended up tying the game 1-1 at the end of that second period. Getting into the third period, they start on the penalty kill, pretty much an entire power play to kill off to start that period. Panarin's still not back. Kreider and Zibanejad had a shorthanded offensive zone. It's not a shot, it's not even a look, but they were in the in the offensive zone together, shorthanded. They ended up killing off the penalty though. Arizona pushes after that power play. Rangers, no offensive zone pressure in the first 4 minutes. Really, their best chance was that shorthanded chance that Kreider and Zibanejad had. Rangers unable to get their forecheck started, and as soon as I was finished writing that, at 8:47, Keller would score a pretty nice goal. He took it through the crease. He was able to fake out Kincaid and stick it behind him. 8 minutes left, fumble in the defensive zone almost leads to a goal. And if that goal had went in, this is a very different game. If Arizona goes up by 2 goals, I don't know if the Rangers win this. 13-14, Kessel takes an interference penalty. Rangers go on the power play. Kakko replaces Panarin, and Zibanejad scores a power play goal 1 minute into that at 14-14. It was just a laser from the top circle. He just got it right into the corner. 17:01, Arizona takes a too many men penalty. Rangers take a timeout right before that power play starts, and 41 seconds into the power play, Kakko would score his second goal of the game on the power play. He's on the power play replacing Panarin, who was in the locker room. So there you go. There's a story for you. It was just tic-tac-toe. Kakko right in front puts it in. A 3-assist game for Chris Kreider. Kreider involved in all 3 goals tonight, and coming into tonight's game, I think he only had 4 or 5 assists. So he almost doubles his assist total for the season in this one game. Just over a minute left, they pull the goalie. Arizona timeout with 1.2 seconds left, but they could not put it in. Horn sounds and the lines come together. Lindgren and Kessel actually end up fighting after the end of the game. So after the game is over, Lindgren and Kessel come together. They end up dropping the gloves, and fighting, but Rangers don't really care because they end up coming out with a win in a game that, for whatever reason, it looked like they were not going to win. They just could not get anything started. This team needs to figure out how to play 5-on-5, because if they struggle against a team like Arizona, who has 5 wins on the season, how are they going to play on Friday against a Golden Knight team that has been playing really well? If they can't score 5-on-5, I don't know how they win on Friday. The power play is going to have to be perfect on Friday, unless they figure out this 5-on-5. Now, Panarin missed most of the game. Their starting goalie has missed. I think this is the 7th game that Shesterkin has been out. Hayek is in. Heedle's not in the lineup. It's not exactly the roster they want, but it's the roster they have. They scored 1 goal 5-on-5 tonight. They have to be better. They have to be better. And, you know, Rangers fandom and Rangers podcasts, and everybody's talking about potential trades for a winger, Kessel being one of those potential trades. We'll see what happens. Trade deadline isn't until the beginning of March this year, so we'll see who the Rangers end up targeting. We know Drury still wants to add another piece. Hunt is not the long-term solution for this team. He's playing well, but they want somebody more solid, especially if they're going to try and make a deep run into the playoffs. So if the Rangers continue to struggle 5-on-5, maybe that trade happens sooner than we think. Food for thought. Stats at the end of the game: shots 30-31 in favor of Arizona. Face-offs, 65.5% of the face-offs. Rangers winning almost 2/3 of the face-offs tonight. Power play went 2 for 3. Very good night for the power play. Hits 27-29 in favor of Arizona, and blocks 8 apiece. The trivia question of the evening: which Rangers player scored the first goal at both Arizona home arenas? And it's a name we've heard before on this channel. He has been the answer to quite a few trivia questions. It's Mark Messier. In '96 at America West Arena, and in 2003 in Glendale Arena. So there you go. Should the Rangers have won this game? It's always weird saying should they have. They did, and that's all that matters. They get the 2 points. They've just passed 40 points. They're now at 41 points for the season in 29 games. 19-7-3 is a great record. Nobody is going to complain about 19-7-3 to start a season, so we shouldn't either. Are there glaring issues that the Rangers need to fix? Yes. Are some of those issues going to be fixed when Shesterkin returns? The goaltending is going to be better, but Shesterkin doesn't score goals 5-on-5, so the Rangers still need to figure that out. They play Vegas on Friday. They don't play again until Wednesday, so they have 4 days off to figure out something. If they don't look better when they play Montreal next Wednesday, what are they doing in practice? That's going to be it. And then it's Christmas break. And then they don't play again until the following Monday against Detroit, a game I will be at. Very excited for that. Hopefully the Rangers figure it out. But hey, 19-7-3 is a pretty good way to start the season. If they win against Vegas, they go 7-3 in these past 3 games, which they're continuing their really good play in a hard division. But that's it. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more videos like it, be sure to hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.